Hey there, hi there, ho there everybody, Mr. Magic Blocks here, and today we are going to work on another episode of the magical world, Aisling Baile. Kind of slurred that a little bit, but that's okay. It's an interesting world. And you can see this is where we left off last time. We built the path, and we have the little huts, the primitive huts. So you can see I textured them a little bit as well. We have the huts, we have the swamp forest, I guess you could say, and there's a little surprise over there that we might touch on in a later episode. And there's our little fire pit. But for today, we are going to work on building a new section, and this is going to be the main pathway to the gnome passage, or the dwarven passage. So we're going to go straight over here. I'll give you a preview. Basically, if you see those mountains in the distance, that's where we're going to be going. So we're going to have a path going around here. Might have it go underground. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, that's the plan. It's going to come straight through here. It's going to wrap all the way around here. We're going to come around here. This is the part of the forest I haven't edited yet, so we're going to have to put more trees in. Yay! Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Not really. Don't tell anybody. But yeah, so we're going to come all the way over here, and this is going to be the entrance to the Dwarven Mines, the Dwarven District. So that's going to be over here, and then we're going to have a branch of the path flowing over to here, and that is going to be another part where we're going to be. So that's a lot of fun. We're going to be doing that today, and let's get right into it. Well, okay then. I guess we hit a little bit of a snazaroo here, because apparently this tree right here that you're looking at right here, even though there's clearly no blocks underneath it, it's still not a floating tree. You see, I can clearly walk through it. There's nothing holding this tree up. This floating tree right here. It's floating up in the midair, but according to Minecraft, it's now a floating tree. Okay. That's much better. Man, this episode's proven to be full of surprises. I found this one tree. I already deleted it, but you see right here, this is probably the longest vine I have ever seen. I mean, look, just look at that vine. It's just... Ah... Ah, cool. It's still there. Neat. It's like a Rapunzel tree. It's got all those vines. Whew. Okay, well, that's done. It took me a little bit longer than I thought, but you know what? All's well that ends well. Well, it's not ending. We're just getting started, but you know what I mean. So, as you can see here, we can walk off this way. I made a separate path that, you guessed it, goes nowhere. So, we're going to go over there, and then we come over here, and this is the path that I want to show you, because this is the path that really goes someplace. And you see, I put up a fairly good sized path here. It's about 4 to 5 blocks wide. And then I just put up these pillars here. Now these pillars are... Oh, and by the way, we used half slabs all the way. So a lot of fun there. And that sheep just jumped down. That's really weird. How do you get up there? Anywho, yeah, so we used half slabs, and then I put up these logs for supports. Since we're in a swamp biome, you would typically get a lot of flooding in the swamp biome. So in swamps, you would find, especially down in the bayou, you'd find they would have these logs. So that's what we did there. And apparently there's a floating vine. Not anymore. Okay, so come straight down here. I added some more trees. I added those big trees. I like those. And we come all the way down here. Did some more custom trees. That's not a custom tree. I gotta fix that. But there's still time for that. I got sick of doing trees because, I mean, believe you me, I did a lot of trees. I mean, like you don't even know how many trees I did. It's a ridiculous amount of trees. I mean, you don't think about it when you're out, but, I mean, there's a ridiculous amount of trees. And if you had to go around, and even if you just clicked every tree once, that's a lot of trees. You know, you don't think about it, but anywho, we'll get back to this. So I came across a big water river here, so we put in a just a little nice little bridge there. Oh, you got a little novel there going? Yeah? Got a little beginning, middle, and end? Yeah? That's a good show. Okay, so we have a lot, and I mean a lot, of tree growth here. Kind of ridiculous, which I'm probably going to make that into a story. You're going to see why that's overgrown a little bit later. It's like trees on steroids. Like, I'm for real. Trees on steroids. I mean, look at that. Actually, you know what? It's not really on steroids. It just, I think this is what a swamp should look like. Yeah, this is what a swamp should look like. Ah, man, I should redo all that. Ah, I already did so many trees. Ah, I'm not going back. Okay, nope, not going back, not doing that. Nope, nuh-uh, not gonna touch that, not going there. I already did too much. Besides, you guys probably, you don't want to see me do trees. You guys don't want to see me do trees. You want to see me do this thing over here, which we are going to work on today. This is the... Uh-oh. Yeah, that was my bad. What I did is I made this path over here, which it's a really nice path, if I do say so myself. But I made that path, and then I did some trees. And I did the trees, and then I got tired of trees, and I saw a mountain over there, and I was like, ooh, a mountain. So I went over to the mountain, and I started making a little path down here. Well, not little, because it goes all the way back to there, but yeah, I just kind of forgot about this little section here. But it's all in now, so that's what we have. And I'm going to take you up to the mountain now. So what I'm walking on right here, I also did this. This was originally a sheer cliff, so it went all the way down there. But I built it up so that way it'd be a gradual incline all the way up to our mountain. We're going to be working on this in the next episode. This is going to be the Dwarven City of Eldarir. The ancient Dwarven City of Eldarir. I said it. I'm sticking to it. That's what we're doing. I'm going to write it down right now. The ancient city Dwarven of Eldarir. Good. Okay, that's set in stone. Get it, stone. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the plans for this, and then I have one other special thing I want to show you over there, and then I think we're going to see where we get for there. We're going to see if we have time, and then we're going to go on from there. So, over here, we're going to have two giant dwarven statues. We're going to have one right here and one over there, and then there's going to be a giant opening that leads right into the city. And then inside, it's going to be, as soon as you walk in, that's going to be the top of the city. And then as you go down deeper, it's going to be an entire huge city with mine shafts or mining places. And then you're going to have a trade district, and you're going to have a marketplace. And it's just going to be a whole lot of fun. So we're going to get to that. And actually, I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to end this episode by working on the front of the city. So we're going to do a statue, and then we'll carve out the front. And I think that'll be a good wrap up to today's episode. But for now, I wanted to work on one more thing right over here. Because if we're going to make this overgrown area a story in a little bit, because you guys know I'm a sucker for stories. I really like stories. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a gypsy camp right here, like a single gypsy, like a cart, and then we're going to do some fun stuff there. So I'm just going to get the blocks I need, and we'll get started. Here we go. This is the palette that I'm thinking about using. I've kind of been going back and forth between Acacia wood and jungle wood. On one hand, the Acacia wood would kind of look like a foreign wood, so it looked like the gypsy came from a faraway place. But on the other hand, the jungle wood would blend in with here we go again, the thingy over there. So I'm going to go back and forth between these, see which one I like best. And then for the main part of the wagon, the body of the wagon, we have some red stained clay, some white stained clay, and just in case that's not white enough, I also have quartz and a quartz pillar. So if I want more texture, I can use that. And then for the wheels, we have a trapdoor, and we have a barrier block. Now, if you want to try making this in your own world, in survival, some of you probably won't have access to barrier blocks, so an alternative for this is just use some green wool. You can use some green wool here, and as you can see, it kind of blends in with the grass in the background there, and you can't really see it. So I'd say that looks pretty good. I mean, it's not that, but I mean, if you're in survival, I mean, that's probably your best bet. And then we have a fence gate here, just in case I want anything with handles. I'm going to use this fence gate for handles, and for those of you who have never seen this before, that's a thing, so it makes nice handles. So the reason why I put all of these blocks out here is because, as you can see, there's more than 9. There's way more than 9 blocks, and I can't have them all in my inventory. So what I like to do is I like to place them out in the area I'm working, and if I ever need a block, let's say I need some, I don't know, I need an Acacia planks. I just go up, press the Z button, and it'll grab that block for me. And that works for anything. If I want some grass, let's say I want a flower, there we go, I want some vines, I want tree leaves, whatever you want, it'll just grab it for you. Okay, so I laid out the base of where I want the gypsy wagon to be, and I figured that while I'm building the rest of this, I would tell you guys and everyone out there a little bit about gypsies. Now, these facts that I picked up I found online, and I made sure to go to a reputable source for these, so I'll post links in the comment section below, or post links in the description below. You can check those out. Now, one of the first things that I learned is that there's different types of gypsies, specifically 2 different types. There's the Roma gypsies, and there's the Irish travelers. They both have a nomadic lifestyle, but they're completely separate. And gypsies often refer to themselves as Romanis, Mantuccis, Ziganis, or Gitans, depending on the region that they come from. The Romanis are thought to be the largest and most recognizable group. Now, in popular lore and stories and things like that, some of you might have experience with this. You think gypsies are, well-known musicians and dancers and fortune tellers. However, there's other occupations that gypsies are good at as well, including metalworking, horse trading, and animal training. In 2005, 8 of the Eastern European countries and the World Bank, they actually backed a 10-year program intended to improve the Gypsies' socioeconomic status. And Gypsies are actually represented in the United Nations with a voting seat, which I did not know either of those. That's very interesting, because you don't usually think of Gypsies in the modern day, but there's actually estimated to be between 10 to 12 million Gypsies in the world today. Most of them found in Central to Eastern Europe, but as many as 1 million Gypsies can be found in the U.S. alone. Now, Gypsies, going back to where they originated from, some DNA studies have been done, and they've shown that Gypsies probably originated from somewhere in northern India, which is actually an interesting fact. I didn't know that either. And yeah, you know, a lot of people, when they think of Gypsies too, they think of like the dark skin, the dark hair, the dark eyes. But as Gypsies have wandered for the past decades or even centuries, you know, they've occasionally joined with non-Gypsies or settlers, people who have settled. So now there's Gypsies of all colors, shapes, and sizes. And some of you might have even seen a Gypsy already. Have you ever seen The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Okay. You know what? I'm happy with this. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think I can live with it. What do you guys think? So you got a little fire there. You got the gypsy wagon. It's rounded. It's got flames on the torches on the back. I found that a lot of the pictures of gypsy wagons I looked at after I built this, they were rounded, as I remembered, which is good. But they also had little windows here, so I just put in some string and some carpet, as you can see there. And then on the front, I just did a little bit of extra tweaking. I put these little holders for the mules or the donkeys or whatever. I was kind of surprised to get a donkey on the first time. Usually when you use a horse egg, you get a horse. But I got a donkey. That's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Whoops, sorry, donkey. And then we're going to go inside here. I'm just going to show you the inside. And we have some storage space. We have some chests. Over here we have some shelving. You got a nice little view out there. Got a nice little view. Okay, maybe not so nice view out there, but you got another chest, a workbench, and you got the sleeping quarters. Yeah. All in all, I think it's a good location. And it's a good little cart there. Okay. So now it's time to get started on the last part of the video, and that is the Dwarven City of... where'd I put that paper? Crackers. Okay, well, we'll just get on with the episode. It'll be in the title of this video. I just don't have the paper. And, you know, I made it a point to write it down, and I lost the paper. Yeah, not the best organizing person here, but maybe I should get a Minecraft filing cabinet. You know, my filing cabinets are pretty square, so it'd already be a Minecraft filing cabinet because it'd be square, so block shape. So, anywho, you see here, this is going to be the Dwarven City. What I'm going to do is I'm going to carve it out. I'm going to put the rough layout in there, which mostly just getting rid of blocks. So I'm going to carve this out, put the layout for where I want things to go, and I'll be right back. This is what we have here for the entrance to the Dwarven City. This is going to be the entrance right here, so as soon as you walk up to it, it's got a little bit of an arch to it, but it's very majestic and grand, and I got a lot of fun planned for the inside of this. It's going to be really good. And then for the sides, we're going to have 2 giant dwarven statues. So you see the yellow wool represents the height of the statue, and then the lapis here is just the base. You guys don't even know. I have so much planned for this. I have, you know, a trading shopping district. I have a marketplace. I have an inn. I have an iron forge, a gold foundry, and it's just going to be so much fun. I can't wait to show you guys, but unfortunately, we're out of time for today's episode. So we're going to have to work on that for the next couple episodes, maybe the next episode or 2. And don't worry, you're going to get to see it next week, or part of it next week. I promise. Have a good one. Bye-bye.